Welcome to a world of possibilities, a world of excitement, a world where anything can happen. Guys, I'm so excited, you have no idea. I'm Emmanuel, and I promise you're not going to get a more excited host, all right? I'm hosting the Akah Bants sports segment. Woo! Let's play ball. Look guys, it's a new season and a couple of clubs have done good business. Real Madrid got Jude Bellingham for a cool 113 million euros, which is a really good deal for me because obviously Jude Bellingham is a generational talent. I would know that because I'm a generational talent myself. Liverpool got McAllister for just about 35 million. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a steal. You get McAllister, a World Cup winner, an amazing midfielder for 35 million is a steal, especially when you're bringing him into a Liverpool side that is depleted at the core, right? However, there were deals that raised a couple of eyebrows, like the Mason Mount deal, Arsenal paying over 60 million for Kai Havertz, whom had a shaky last season, if you ask me. I rate him, Arteta rates him as well, but then for someone who clearly doesn't have like a role in the team, I think there is a bit of a concern, really. Speaking about concerns, let's go outside the Premier League, guys. Don't get me started on Barcelona and their never, or let's use the word, seemingly never-ending struggles. They don't just struggle to get in players, they also struggle to register the players. Like, it is crazy. And I feel like this is a season where Barcelona needs to make a statement because with the amazing deals Real Madrid have been clinching, I'm speaking as a fan, I hope that we have a race this season or a semblance because La Liga needs to be interesting, right? Barcelona's financial struggles for me is just epic, really. It's really epic. I really feel sorry for that club. They're so poorly run, hence the word epic. I'm talking about epic, guys. The Saudi rave. See, it started with Cristiano Ronaldo, right? The Cristiano Ronaldo saga. After that explosive interview with Piers Morgan. As the name suggests, Piers. I'm very sure that interview pierced Ten Hag. It pinched the United hierarchy so much so that they didn't want anything to do with arguably one of the best footballers or greatest footballers to ever play the game. And they had a ripple effect in that European teams didn't want to have anything to do with Ronaldo because nobody wanted to have a divisive figure playing for them. So it made sense that Cristiano Ronaldo had to go to the Saudi League because they had the money, I guess, and they were the only league that would have him. But now everybody is running to the Saudi League. It's a pandemic. What can you really blame them though? If now you know Google, think about it. Because I mean, the money is right. The money is like over the top right. It's incredible, it's crazy, but I understand. I think the Saudi League is one of the biggest shocks of this transfer window. And it just, helps us see how that football is not really something you can predict. Football keeps hitting us with twists and turns and dummies. Some we like, some not so well, but I mean, that is why it's called the beautiful game. It has a bit of everything. Not a bit, it has everything, and it has excitement, right? Talking about excitement, if you're excited about the sports segment, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, share, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Guys, I've been saying this all week long and the excitement never ends. The Premier League is back. God, I missed it. I really missed the Premier League. And people have different questions. Will Manchester win this league again? I think I should just state how huge it is if Manchester wins this league. If they win this league, they will make it a record 4 straight Premier League wins. No one has done this before. Is it possible? Are we confident in this Manchester City side? Because I mean, on Friday, they were not playing on full gear, but Haaland still managed to get a brace. Can Haaland be stopped? Will the injury of Kevin De Bruyne affect Manchester City? I'm talking about title claims. Will Newcastle surprise us this season? Because when you really think about it, they are an ever-improving side. Especially with the acquisition of Sandro Tonali, who I think is an amazing, exceptional player. A lot of engine in that body. They got Harvey Bants. Exciting. Like, they're really exciting, and they had a wonderful start of the season. So the question now is, can they really be stopped? Talking about people that can't be stopped, Manchester United looked rusty yesterday. Despite the win, they looked rusty. I don't want to say that I don't believe in Manchester United because it is too early in the season, but I feel like they have to put their house in order. I'm talking about putting their house in order. Mason Greenwood, they have to sort that once and for all. What Mason Greenwood allegedly did is wrong, but Manchester United as an institution, as an organization, needs to have that sorted. Do you want Mason Greenwood or not? Like, you keep confusing us. I personally like Mason Greenwood on a sporting level. As a player, I think he's an amazing player, a very direct player. But I understand why people are sensitive about him being drafted or him being reintegrated into the United side. So United, make a decision. My sources from Old Trafford, because I have sources, I'm connected like that. My sources from Old Trafford say that Manchester United are waiting for the completion of the Women's World Cup so they can have a conversation with the women's team on if Greenwood should be reintegrated. I personally feel like they should make that decision once once and for all so that everyone can move forward. Talking about moving forward, we feel like Harry Kane has moved forward. I don't know that Tottenham will have an amazing season. I'm not saying this because I do not like Tottenham per se. I'm saying this from a sporting level as a neutral. They just lost their talisman and best player in the person of Harry Kane. I feel like they're going to struggle. I don't know that Richarlison, who is not known for being prolific, will be able to fill in those huge boots. But then Richarlison has the talents, and I hope Tottenham proves me wrong. I really hope they prove me wrong. I wish them all the best, but I don't see them doing so well. Now to the most asked question. Will this finally will this finally be the season where Arsenal does it? I had to close my eyes to say it because, you know, Arsenal bottled the league last season and it hurt a lot of people. It hurt a lot of football enthusiasts too. It hurt a lot of people that were just enjoying that story, that finally, they're going to get this league, finally, after how many years? And they bottled the league. So now, is this where they finally stake a claim? Because they've done really good, really smart business. They brought in Rice for over 100 million. They brought in Timber and they look like an exciting side. You saw the way they played against Manchester City in the Community Shield. I personally feel like they sent a message that, guys, look, I know that we struggled against big sides last season, but now we cannot just only beat the best team in the league, that is Manchester City. We can beat, arguably, the best team in the world, Manchester City. I think they're the best team in the world. And with that message, I personally feel that Arsenal can go all the way. There is a slight in the injury that Jordan Timber suffered over the weekend because Timber slotted in seamlessly in that side. But this is the same thing that Arsenal have been trying to sort out. Squad depth. And I feel that even with the injury that Timber suffered, they have Zinchenko, they have Kiwo, who I believe that Arteta now trusts. They have Tierney if they do not lose him to, say, Newcastle. So I feel like Arsenal can really do us good this season. And the Premier League, especially this title race, is one to be excited about. And talking about title race, it will not be a conversation if we don't talk about Chelsea and Liverpool. They played on Sunday. It was an exciting game, but it was a game that seriously exposed their weaknesses. Liverpool needs a proper number 6. I feel like somebody needs to tell Klopp. Someone needs to have a conversation with Jurgen Klopp that, bro, we need a number 6. So they played McAllister in their defensive midfield role. I feel like that is heresy, but they didn't have a choice. Someone needs to have a conversation with Jurgen Klopp that if we don't get a number 6 fast, it is going to be crazy. And comically, Chelsea and Liverpool have been fighting for about the same targets. Caicedo, who eventually chose Chelsea in a £115 million deal, was courted by Liverpool. Liverpool almost got their man. It was just Caicedo that was like, bro, I already told Chelsea that I want to play for them. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to play for Chelsea. And Romeo Lavia that Liverpool have been courting all break long. When I mean by all break long, I mean all transfer window long. Has just finally agreed to play for Chelsea. And I know this. You know this. Romeo Lavia knows this, that Liverpool needs him more than Chelsea. So it is crazy. This is a statement for Chelsea. These guys are not even in the Champions League, right? This is a huge statement. And I personally believe that if Chelsea gel as a team, they will so cook this season. Because just imagine that midfield of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. They will run teams riots. I'm personally rooting for Chelsea because they had a season to forget last season. And I feel like this decision that Romeo Lavia made could mar Liverpool's season. I personally feel like it could mar their season. I was already getting excited when I thought Caicedo was going to Liverpool and when I thought that they were going to land Romeo Lavia. But right now, I'm a little worried for them. They need a DM fast. They need a quality defensive midfield option, really. I'm talking about options. Please let me know who you think will be the perfect fit for Liverpool. And by the perfect fit, I mean like available perfect fits. Let me know in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. I'm going to reply. Guys, Neymar has accepted a move to Al Hilal, leaving PSG after 6 rather frustrating years. First and foremost, PSG couldn't be happier because I mean, they get a huge windfall of close to 100 million euros for somebody who didn't play a chunk of last season. That is a sweet deal. Like, that is an amazing deal. He'll be joining Koulibaly, Ruben Neves and co. And while I'm excited for PSG, this move feels like a little sad. Like, it really feels sad to see one of football's most exciting and technically gifted talent. Like, guys, I mean, you followed Neymar. There was a time in school where people were calling me Neymar because I just wanted to be associated with just this rare gift. Like what Neymar could do with the ball. And you feel like this guy at just 31, barring his injury records, you just feel like this guy still has a lot to offer. And you're left wondering, what could have been had he not left Barcelona, for example? Had he not been plagued by injuries? Had he better taken care of himself and partied less? You know, all these questions with no answers, you just get that feeling that Neymar did not scratch the surface of what he could have achieved. Like, he didn't scratch the surface with all that talent. I'm very, very sad. I feel that, and this is no disrespect to the Saudi league, but I feel like football just lost an amazing talent. It's what I personally feel like. It's a very sad day for me. I love Neymar. I didn't like a lot of what I was seeing in his career, but I'm a fan of that talent. And I just feel really sad for this move. Let me know what you think about it. Is it a good move in your opinion? Is it a breath of fresh air for Neymar finally? Or is he making a mistake by leaving PSG? I think he's making a mistake. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please bring your strong reasons because I'm in the mood to argue. Talking about PSG, we hear that Mbappe has been finally reintegrated into the squad. After all the karamo, as Yoruba people would call it, after all the karamo that PSG pulled. Guys, talk about toxic relationships. First of all, you oust Mbappe in the name of putting your foot down, when he declared that he wasn't going to be renewing, he wasn't going to be signing a new contract, and he was going to be leaving. And then just because you drew blank in your first game, you become forgiving. Now, let me outline this. PSG were treating Mbappe so bad that he had to train with the bomb squad. The bomb squad in French literally translates to the reserve squad, the people that PSG don't need anymore. Mbappe was training with them. You guys stripped his name off the stadium banner. You stopped selling his shirts. You tell him that if he moves, you're going to sack a lot of players. So much so that the mayor had to comment and say, stop treating this guy this way. I feel like PSG were a little extreme, but they were passing a message that, bro, you're no more powerful than this side. You cannot constantly hold us to ransom. And they were passing a message, they were putting their foot down. And suddenly, you guys are welcoming him back into your fold. I have nothing against Mbappe. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Mbappe. But the questions that people are asking is, yes, Mbappe is arguably the best player in the world right now. I think he's the best player in the world right now. Who wouldn't want Mbappe? But then, when will this back and forth end? Bro, like Mbappe gets away with practically anything right now. And more questions that people should be asking is, what message is PSG passing to the team? What examples are they setting? Can PSG handle awkward situations like this? Or do they cave in every time and throw money at you the moment it becomes too awkward? Are PSG that boyfriend that will not have awkward conversation and will just do anything to avoid it? Because I saw an article that says Mbappe, the most powerful footballer in the world. Guys, Mbappe has too much power for one player and it will rub off on the team wrongly. It will. I don't know, man. I love Mbappe as a player, but I think that guy has become too arrogant for football's sakes. Anyway, we hear that Mbappe just might sign a new contract, one that allows him leave for the club of his dreams next season. I feel like that's good. It's good that they've both reconciled, Mbappe and PSG. Mbappe gets to go to Madrid next season. It's good for Mbappe. Not so good because he doesn't get to pocket that 160 million euros windfall he was going to pocket if he had left on a free. But it is good for PSG, right? Mbappe leaves, they get paid, balance their books, they can avoid, just basically, keep in line with FFP regulations. So I feel like that's really good for PSG. Now, this is not just me feeling, this is me knowing that this is not the end for Mbappe. This is not the end of this saga for PSG. A lot is going to happen. A lot. Guys, a lot is going to happen. It's what my sources in Paris tell me. And then this also is raising future questions like, is this how Mbappe is going to be acting when he gets to Real Madrid? Yes, he's the best player in the world, but do you want someone like that in your squad? Really? I don't think he's worth it, really. But if you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. This has been an incredibly interesting transfer window. This has definitely been an amazing episode. I want to keep on bombing you with transfer updates. I want to be kicking updates your way. Please stay subscribed if you're already following. If you're not, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're the first person to get updates when I come around next time. Hit the like button, please. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video with all your guys. Let them know that Akah Bants has a sports segment. This is not goodbye. This is see you when I see you. I remain your host, Emmanuel. Bye.